Okay, week 2, workout B, 30-30 hit, 6 different movements, okay, and for the amount of times that it denotes on the picture. Okay, first movement, a bird dog, right? 15 seconds one side, 15 the other. A move that we often see butchered a lot, going into massive extension, hyperextension, sticking our butts out, that's not what we want. Okay, so first port of call, all fours, push through the floor, so we get a nice rounded upper back, and then into posterior pelvic tilt, just ever so slightly. Then when we push our arm out and our floor out, what we don't want to do is then lose that position and go into extension. We've got to keep that flexion in. Okay, so the movement is one side. Okay, so I'm going to pick my right hand side and my left leg. So I push through the floor, a little bit of a pelvic tilt, and then I'm going to push out but not up. So I push out towards the floor, trying to keep this pelvic tilt in and pushing through the floor with my hands. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to the same leg. So alternate arms and legs, or opposite arms, opposite legs. Back to the same one, just so we can get that nice feel for it. 15 seconds on, then we change to the other side, 15 seconds on the other side. Movement 2, plate loaded. If you can, the scale of it is obviously not to load the plate. Right, alternate reverse lunge. Gonna hug it, hold it in my chest. Right, so into my core. Gonna step back, screw my feet into the floor obviously before I do that. So I've got a squat knee, step back, little touch to the floor, come back to the start. Okay, and then alternate to the other leg. We must go for depth. If we're not going for depth because we've got load, then get rid of the load and just go body weight. Okay? Remember, we're trying to load that front leg. That slight lean in, loading this leg, not leaning backwards. Okay? Drive up to the start, change. Right? Tight, move. Tight, move. Okay, plate loaded alternate reverse lunge. Movement 3 is a machine. Right? So whatever machine you're on, 7 to 8 out of 10. Movement 4, plate front raise, okay, with a little bit of a difference. So I want you to get your plate, slightly soft elbows, nothing mad, all right, mainly straight arms. Again, you can have an array of plates. I want you to think about bringing your shoulders, okay, in front of your chest. So they are in this position. We're not locking ourselves in, we're in here. So nice, powerful up phase. Okay, so my shoulders are in front of my chest, nice and powerful up phase, just to horizontal, control, okay? Power, control. As you can see, my upper back, all the way through the movement, is in this position, not locked in. Okay, good, that's movement 4. Movement 5, everybody loves these, oblique taps. Feet on floor, get some tension on the abs, chin to chest. Okay, reach and control the movement to floor. Always keeping tension on. Very simple movement. Not much movement here at your lower body. Okay, we need to keep that nice and still. Last movement, movement 6. Again, plate series for week 2. Plate ground to overhead. Okay, so we start in a deadlift position. Right, flat back. Drive through the floor with the leg. Open up the hip. So we snap the hip, press overhead. So use that little hip snap. Come back down the body, hinge, sit in. Ground to overhead. Ground to overhead. Okay, 6 different movements. Bird dog, being careful not to lose that pelvic tilt and that upper back roundness. Plate loaded reverse lunge, all right, tight and go. Make sure we load the front leg, hug the plate. If we obviously can't get to the floor with our knee because the weight's too much, get red. Machine, plate front raise, key point, coming up to horizontal, making sure our shoulders are in front of our chest, not behind, okay? Power, control back down to the bottom, slight soft knee. Then we go into oblique taps. Again, tension on, all about control. Then plate ground to overhead. Right, deadlift position, flat back, drive through the floor, snap the hip, plate comes up, go overhead, torso comes through. Okay, return to the floor and go again. Okay, there you go, enjoy.